Hi guys, so I have this concoction here I wanted to share a little bit with you about, and I also wanted to talk a little bit about probiotics and fermented products. And I am not an expert on probiotics and or fermented products, but I have become more of a fan of certain types of foods that are natural probiotics versus taking a bunch of additional probiotics. I do get a source of probiotics in my shake every morning, so I don't feel that I need a lot of additional, but it doesn't hurt to get a little extra, and I do think it's helped with my skin and just my gut health overall. So I wanted to give you some suggestions on ways you can get natural probiotics into your diet on a regular basis. And some of these options are dairy and some are non-dairy, because I used to feel like I was a little bit more lactose intolerant, but I don't know that I am, but I'm still a little leery about eating too much dairy, but I do eat yogurt almost every day, and that is a great source of probiotics and those live cultures that you get in yogurt. So I've been going through a lot of this brown cow Greek yogurt that I found at Whole Foods here, but I think the biggest thing with yogurt, for me anyway, because it is dairy and I do, I'm cautious of dairy, is that I want to make sure that it's organic, and that's just my personal preference. But another thing that I like to check for is the amount of sugar and if it's a good source of protein, because I eat my yogurt as a source of protein as well. And if it doesn't have a lot of protein and it's got a lot of extra sugar, then it's really not doing me any good. So I feel like it's more important to have the higher protein, lower sugar. I get mine plain. I add, either maybe a little bit of vanilla extract or just maybe even a little bit of honey. You can add a little bit of granola if it's a good, not a high sugar granola. You can add fresh fruit, and you can add any number of different things. I even like to crumble up a Kind Bar sometimes and throw that in there, because some of those have a decent amount of, you've got the nuts and the for the good fats, and then you've got a little bit of sugar, but not much. It's just mostly from the cocoa. So yogurt, but it is a dairy product. So if you're not a dairy fan, that might not be something that you would like to, eat on a regular basis. But occasionally, I don't think, if you don't have a dairy issue, I don't think that it's a problem to eat yogurt. I've also started on the weekends enjoying some frozen yogurt, and again, I do go for the organic, a good brand that I trust, and these still have the probiotic benefits in them. So I feel like I'm getting a snack and a treat with also the benefit of the probiotics and those cultures that you get in yogurt. Another great source of protein, probiotics, and just the benefits of those products is cottage cheese. Again, it's dairy, but it's a great source of protein. This particular one has 14 grams of protein in a serving. A serving is a half of a cup, and it's only got 4 grams of sugar. So cottage cheese is a great option for adding a little bit of additional protein and those probiotic benefits to your diet. So, but if you're looking for non-dairy items, I know that was all dairy. So the next couple items I wanted to share with you, one that I've been doing, and people make their own. I haven't ventured that way, but kombucha, and I might be saying it wrong. It's a fermented probiotic drink, and it's a great, again, source of probiotics. You can get them with very minimal sugar in the process. There is a natural sugar product, in the process of making it. So there's going to be some sugar in it, but it's a very nominal amount of sugar. So I don't even drink a whole bottle. I drink about a third of it. So these are a great option. You can get these pretty much at any local grocery store now. I actually found a case of this, I think it was a case of 6 or 8 at Sam's Club here. So again, another great way to get your probiotics in through something as simple as that. And fermented, usually there's a process to getting that active culture kind of part out of foods. And so I also found these pickled beets. In the process of pickling them, they have been fermented. Therefore, now they have those probiotic benefits. So it has live cultures in this. And so I love beets. This is a great way for me to have beets and not have to go through the process, plus get the benefit of the fermenting for the probiotic aspect of it too. Thank you guys so much for jumping on. I'm just kind of talking a little bit about fermented foods and probiotics, and my disclaimer is I am not an expert. I just know that for me, having the addition of some natural probiotics in addition to what I get in my regular dose of my shake, I feel so much better. My stomach issues have been nominal, and I think my skin has been benefited from the addition of the probiotics that I get through natural products, and I have not felt the need to add any additional probiotics to my regimen. So what I wanted to share with you was this recipe that I discovered somebody shared, and I went ahead and made up my own version of it. Again, I like to kind of make my own version of things because I kind of base off of what I have and what my taste preferences are. But I may be pronouncing it wrong. I had never heard of this before, but it's called Switchel or Switchel. I think it's called Switchel. And it's a drink apparently they had back in the heyday is what they called it. And it is a refreshing drink that they used to enjoy. And it was a naturally fermented drink that they would enjoy on a summer day to kind of be refreshing and, you know, kind of give them that kick from the apple cider vinegar that is in there. So apple cider vinegar is another great staple I have in my house for the benefits that it offers. You just want to make sure that it is unfiltered and unpasteurized. This one I actually found at Costco, but you can get the Bragg's, which is a brand that I really like, pretty much anywhere as well. But you just want to make sure that it has the mother in it, that's what they call it. And so this concoction I have in a mason jar, and I'm actually letting it sit overnight fermenting. It's already fermented, it's already got the probiotic benefits because this has already gone through the process, but this just adds it to the next level. So in my mason jar, the recipe called for a 1/4 cup of the apple cider vinegar. I actually doubled that because I really do like the taste of the apple cider vinegar, and I can always dilute it throughout the day if I decide it's a little bit too strong. So a 1/4 cup of the apple cider vinegar, 2 to 3 tablespoons of pure honey. So I put my honey in there, and then I think it was a tablespoon of lemon. So that again, going to be to your taste preference, but you know, you can't go wrong with lemon. Lemon's a great addition to anything. Can't find the equivalent or the amount of lemon, but anyway, I think it was about a tablespoon or teaspoon of lemon juice, fresh squeezed. I actually kept the lemon peel and whole lemon piece in here, the wedge that I used, so I'm just going to kind of get a little bit more of the lemon flavor. And then it's a teaspoon of fresh grated ginger, which another huge staple to have in your house. I can't say enough about ginger. It's a great natural anti-inflammatory. It has so many other benefits to it that, you know, if it's something that you don't have on your daily regimen, I highly recommend it. Again, I put this in my shakes in the morning. I just put a little piece, I break it off and peel it and put it into my shake. So I blend it in, and it adds a little bit of kick, not too much flavor, and it's just that added benefit. So in this, I chopped really finely grated my ginger and put it in here. And so then the rest of, you know, I had about that much of that liquid, and then I added the rest water. And then I've shaken it a few times, but basically you can drink it as is once you strain the ginger pieces. But again, I want to let it sit so that it absorbs all those flavors and gets the full benefit of the fermenting. So I will do that tomorrow, but you can strain the ginger and get that going, serve it chilled. And it's a, you know, I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a kind of a refreshing summer drink idea. So hopefully those tips were helpful, and those of you that are still on, thank you so much for listening to me share a little bit about these natural probiotics and, you know, how fermented foods can be such a benefit to you, to your gut health, and to your you know, your life in general when you suffer from stomach issues as I have had to deal with in the past. It's nice to have some relief from that. So how much do you drink a day? You know, I haven't made this particular type of apple cider vinegar drink yet, but I have every morning I take a shot glass, half apple cider vinegar, half of water, and then I kind of put a little bit of honey in that, and I drink that in the morning and at night before I go to bed. I have made up, you know, something similar to this size with a similar ratio of those ingredients, and then I might again have some in the morning and some in the evening. Some people like to make up a pitcher of something like this, maybe a little bit more diluted, and they can sip on it throughout the day. I think it's really kind of up to you. The other thing I forgot to mention super quick, guys, when I made this up, because this is how I like to make my apple cider vinegar drinks, is I added a little bit of cinnamon and cayenne pepper. I like the taste of those two together, and I love that with the apple cider vinegar. Again, there's more benefits to the cinnamon and cayenne pepper that people maybe don't realize, so it doesn't hurt to add that to your foods as well. So I did add that to there, but hopefully that answers your question, Cheryl. It's kind of up to you. This I probably would have in a couple days, because I think after you've made it and opened it up, you probably don't want to leave it or leave it opened and not consume it within a few days. But you know, you can always dilute it and sip on it throughout the day. So hopefully that made sense. Thanks again, guys, so much for listening. And like I said, I hope it's helpful. If you have any questions, I will actually share the link to where I got this recipe in the comments or in the post somewhere, so that you guys can reference it, because there's some other additional notes on the benefits of the ingredients that are in this Switchel drink. So take care, guys. I know it looks like moonshine, and actually when I made it earlier, I was thinking, gosh, I wonder if people would think that that's what I'm making, but no, it's called Switchel. All right, take care, guys. Thanks.